Hello everybody. Yeah, I just want to do this video really just on anxiety and panic attacks and solutions to help you maintain it and to overcome these situations. So I want to go through a few different things, some hopefully a bit of toolkit for yourself, because when they happen, they can be really bad, and sometimes you can be confused for heart attacks and that can panic you more and all sorts. Even paramedics have to check your oxygen levels, etc. If you have to have a paramedic for one to come out, and anxiety can play all sorts of stuff with your mind. And I know this, going through stuff myself. So I want to go through some of the toolkit that's helped me to deal with certain things. Because when you panic, you can't breathe and you feel like your throat's closing, and you start to get all funny and like faint and all sorts. And one little thing I'm going to say first of all before going into the vocal stuff, and that these little oximeters help, because when you panic you start breathing more. So I'm just going to press it now, and when you panic you start breathing more. So that's telling me right now 98, very good level to be for me to be fair. And the heart rate, obviously what it is, a little bit up because I'm doing a video. Still brings a small bit of anxiety up, but 96, 98, that's good. If it's going 99 plus, then yeah, you're in trouble. But 98 is a very healthy level actually, to be at. But if it's going above that, then your body's overloading. So it's not a heart attack, because you got oxygen going into your heart, so you got circulation going through your body. So which really helps just to know that in your mind. Okay, I'm not having a heart attack. This is anxiety. So what do we do next? Okay, I mean, if you haven't got one of them, and they're fairly cheap to buy offline and stuff, they really are. Oximeters, they're called. They're very helpful tool. But people haven't always got them on board, I know. But sometimes it's about being still, in a moment, stopping and pausing, and focus, So if you're in a crowded, busy place, it's very, very hard, isn't it, to sit still and focus. So you have to focus on your breathing technique. If you start breathing too quick, that's where the panic comes in, because you think you can't breathe, and and you start panicking, and your body's getting over-oxygenated, and that's when you can pass out. It does happen to some people. Some people don't pass out. But it can leave you edgy for hours afterwards, like shaky. And I mean, this is a real serious condition. This ain't like a little, oh, he's just having a panic attack or it's anxiety. No, this is serious stuff. Because how do we get through life? And it can really affect people like badly. Well, it has affected me in many areas of my life, and I've gone to alternatives, drugs, alcohol, and all sorts of things to try and solve issues in manners, just to get through a situation. Oh, I can't do that without having a few drinks or a bit of this or whatever. Even prescription medication. But we can do this stuff without substances or prescription medication or anything illegal, because it's about keeping your mind still. So, like, if you're out in a big crowded place and it's really, really busy, if you can, try and sit down. Obviously, do your first observation. Can I sit down anywhere? Can I just sit still and be chill for a minute? If there's nowhere to sit down for a minute, just again focus on your breathing. Just big slow breath in, slow breath out. So you're not regulating your breathing. So it's about what tools you have around you in situations. I know, like, I don't know if, like I say, if you're queuing up in certain queues and you can't get out of it, and that, if you got a trolley with you, just look in your trolley. If you got something else, just look at, I don't know, look at the ceiling, look at something fast. If you're out in nature, perfect. Look at a tree, look at a flower. Just focus on something in your surroundings. Just one item. Just focus on that, and your breathing, and just try and get yourself mentally to disturb yourself from all the surroundings around you. I know you in busy areas you can't fully switch off, okay, but you can more and more. You sort of practice this. It took me years to get out of anxiety and panic without using certain things and that, and even then that escalates it bigger in the long run. So yeah, focus on something you surround them. The tree, flower, the till thing. I know it's sort of repeating itself slowly in stuff and that, and I still have anxieties when I go to hospitals and things like that, and you start thinking the worst. And yeah, there's, Christian based, prayer meditation. Some people do prayer meditation in other faiths. Prayer and meditation works for me massively because I can hand it over to the Lord. I can focus on Him. And Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I'm God. Not 96, sorry, 46:10. Psalm 46:10, be still and know I am God. And that's it, because the Lord's in control. If you focus your attention on the Lord, for me being Christian, that works for me. And everyone's got their own faiths, and you're entitled to your beliefs. If it works for you, then they're good for you. This is what works for me and my Christian belief, and I believe the Lord is the only way, the truth, and the life, and the only way to the Father is through Him. And that gives me strength. That gives me, I can hand all my burdens over to the Lord, and I'm just this vessel, just dealing with this vessel. All my stress, whether it's financial, family members that have, or loved ones, friends who have passed and you don't see so much, don't hear from, children. A lot of people go through situations where they don't see children, or they're worried about their children as well, like having certain conditions. And as a parent, you're always worried for your children, aren't you? Worried that they're going to come home safe, and many things. I think, we have to just remember, just to close our eyes, as well, sometimes, if we can close our eyes and just have that, just focus back on that breath, enjoying the technique. In all situations. Because when you start speaking fast, and I do it to this day, I start speaking fast and I stutter more and lose my trail of thought, lose my words, because I'm trying to get all this information out. And we see it with people like on stage, don't we, with stage fright and stuff and that. They could be a brilliant artist. As soon as they come near the stage, they start getting, real panicky and stuff and that. But once they get into their performance, they normally relax more because they're doing it naturally, organically. And that's what we have to get in our state to, because the in-between bits, that is a temporary part. So once we learn how to control that, then it doesn't always happen overnight. But certainly my life's 90% improved, if not more, by being still with the Lord in these moments, just even if it's that, just in a busy queue, for example, as well, just Lord can take control of this steering wheel. I'm a passenger, I'm not in control here. Lord, just get me through this, If you focus on that in your mind, and whatever your beliefs are, just focus on that stillness with a source of creation, source of your higher power. But I say I believe in the Lord Jesus, and Jesus is with me. So yeah, for all the reasons we go through this and the anxiety, we need to get a new toolkit and try different ways, and sometimes just even when you're home and not having so much anxiety, try meditation. For me, it's prayer and meditation. You know, I have them daily conversations. I think that's why I suffer less with anxiety now, because I have that sort of communication with the Lord, and communication is the key. In all areas, communication is the key. So my anxieties are sort of almost guarded a lot of the time now. Before I even do anything, I had to have some big surgery last year, and I was going down to the theatre room as an emergency surgery as well. And as I was going down to the theatre room, I actually did have this cross in my neck, and I was just holding it, and that obviously had to take it off for the surgery, obviously, and stuff and that. And I said, no, can I just hold on to it until you knock me out? And they took it off me, basically. You know, and I come round and I was okay. But I have massive hospital anxiety, I do, and other things and fears. And so it's how do we get over our fears? So I hope some of these methods, just to think about, perhaps try putting some meditation music on, being still, try and hand your thoughts over, your problems over. And it's very hard in today's world with all the burdens we carry. So, yeah. And allocate yourself a time a day, if you can, you know, just to, you know, whether it's going to sit down and have a cup of tea by yourself for 10 minutes maybe, just to catch up, you know, just have that still moment, have that pause, that recharge, that breath, and then go again. I really just do hope these videos do help, and people, encouraging people, and you know, yet again, the reason I called the channel the Ashley Way is because this is how I found solutions in my day-to-day life, and you know what I go through as well. And I honestly have deepest empathy for everyone that's still suffering a lot of this stuff. You know, if these solutions don't work for you, I pray you find your own solutions. But I do know from many people I've known that have come to the Lord, there's the solution. It doesn't fail if you give it your all. If you really give yourself in prayer, you really start trusting the Lord, it doesn't fail. So yeah, well look, God bless you all. Pray you have a blessed day, and I pray this helps. And you're welcome to put in the comments if you've got other techniques that you can help other people, because this ain't about me here. This is about me just trying to give back to what I've learned and what I feel the Lord's done for me, and other people have helped me out learning through this journey. So please, if you've got positive comments to leave, another member that might listen to this video, please do. More than welcome, because as humanity we can grow to live in peace together where we can, with all the torment in the world and stuff which can raise concerns everywhere, I know. But if we can just be kind to our neighbour, you know, to a friend, loved one, someone we don't know, you know, just share the kindness in this world and the love, you know, then you'll be more at peace with yourself, and knowing you've helped someone else certainly helps you as well. It's a win-win situation. So God bless everybody, and yeah, please do like and subscribe, and if you think this video is going to help somebody, please do pass it on. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much.